Hi there YouTube, Extreme Trains here. In this video, we're taking a look at one of the two, I think, most collectible, if that's the word to use, of the Thomas Wooden Railway 2022 range. It is the Troublesome truck with crates. What do I mean when I say collectible? I say if there's one of these that you're going to buy lots of, it is this one, so you can make some nice long trains. But the question's going to be, do you want to make a train? And if you do, how much are you going to have to spend to do it? Let's take a look. Okay, here is the Troublesome truck. My initial impressions of this is that it's a weird one, but we're going to talk about that once we actually get it open. But looking at the box, very, very standard. There he is, perforation on the back. Ooh, what does this say? Color and decorations may vary. I have not seen that on these before. That's an interesting note to put on there. I hope it doesn't vary. I want what's on the box. But anyway, let's crack him open and see how he looks. Okay, here he is. Troublesome truck with crates. My first impression is that, yep, it's a chonker. This is a big piece of rolling stock. Yeah, that's that. In terms of the face, I think it's fine. It's a bit of a blend of a CGI, and I think the faces that they have in All Engines Go, I'm okay with that, not the end of the world. Nice to see we've got the printing on the side here. That is good. A shame we don't have the printing on the back. Would really nice to have printing on the back. We've got the crate load in here. The first thing that I think is disappointing is it doesn't come out. Like, it's not like one of those removable loads like they used to do a lot in Thomas Wooden Railway. It's stuck in there, which I don't really understand why they've done it that way. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. He does have a wood chassis, which is nice, and he's got the Annie and Clarabelle style wheels. Troublesome truck. There you go. It'd be interesting to see what the other one is called. Yeah, I think there's not that much to talk about this one, except until we look at the size. So if we couple him up to Thomas, this guy's huge. Like, I actually think potentially there's more wood in the Troublesome truck than there is in Thomas, which is kind of insane. And that's, I think, at least to me, like, look how big, let's just do a face compare. Like, it's just like hugely out of scale. Although I note that this is much more closer to the scale that is Thomas All Engines Go. So I think this truck, and I think the other one is the same, are a bit of a product of the weird, this is both a classic toy and also an All Engines Go toy style thing. So yeah, it definitely feels like this is probably at least 1.5 times, potentially 2 times as big as it should be. Yeah, like, I don't hate it necessarily, and I imagine behind a bigger engine like Gordon, it's a little bit less noticeable. Oh no, I think it's more noticeable actually, because Gordon is meant to be huge, and yet the truck is like taller than him. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Send out in the comments below. If we compare to Annie and Clarabelle, yeah, huge difference. I mean, Annie and Clarabelle obviously plastic on top, and this guy is wood on top. Oh! And again, nope, it's not the same chassis. Why are they doing this? Annie and Clarabelle have a shorter wheelbase than the Troublesome trucks. Okay, this makes no sense to me. Why would they do it that way? What is the point of this exercise? Like, the reason they went to Thomas Wood is so cheaper to manufacture. You could have easily kept Annie and Clarabelle's like this a little bit shorter, or made these a little bit longer, because again, if you're going from AEG, Annie and Clarabelle are quite big in AEG. But they're normal sized. Really. If anything, they're a bit small in this. But then these are big. I don't understand. This makes no sense. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna have to accept that it makes no sense. It is what it is. But yeah, that is a look at the Troublesome truck with crates. Again, quite a departure from the other things that we've seen from Thomas Wooden Railway in the past, in the way that it's done, and also the sizing. In terms of a price, yeah, the regular price for these, or the kind of maximum end of the retail price, is 26 Australian dollars, which is absolutely a lot of money for this, especially when it's just kind of a block. And that's kind of what I was talking about in the intro. Like, it'd be great to have a long train of these, you know, get half a dozen of them. But to buy half a dozen of these at at full price, you'd be spending like 150 plus Australian dollars. That is a lot of money for some Troublesome trucks. You could buy a whole destination. You could buy the whole roundhouse almost with that much. So I think they needed to, I would have preferred that they had sold these as a 2-pack. rather than individually, and just done 2 Troublesome trucks for the $37 price point, because it feels pretty expensive to pay for just one when you're really going to want more than that. But that said, the way they've done these faces, it should be very easy for them to make different facial expressions. So I'm looking forward to lots of variations on this Troublesome truck mold into the future, and as more sets and more waves get released in this line. But we will have to see, won't we? But yeah, an interesting one for sure. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this Troublesome truck. Otherwise, that's what we've got time for. This is Extreme Trains.